Hello and welcome back to Car Talk Weekly. Today we're going to look at a car from a brand that most of you might consider a dream car brand. I know I personally have always wanted a car from this brand and considered it a dream car. I'm of course talking of Lamborghini. And today we're going to look at a Lamborghini Aventador SV. Let's jump into some facts. So here it is, the Lamborghini Aventador SV. Now I'm sure you're all wondering, what does the SV stand for? And I can tell you, it stands for Super Veloce. Now veloce means fast, so it translates to super fast. So now let's take a look at the engine. It's a 6.5 liter V12 producing 740 horsepower and 509 pound-feet of torque. And I'll give you a little rev really quick. It's an amazing sounding car. You know, it's got that classic Lamborghini V12 that just screams when you press the gas pedal, and that's why everybody loves it. Now this engine takes it from 0 to 62 in 2.8 seconds, to 124 in 8.6 seconds, and then up to 186 miles an hour in 24 seconds flat. And it's estimated to have a top speed somewhere in the 217 mile an hour range. That of course willing that you are brave enough to press the car and with a long enough road to press the car. So we all know that it has that classic Lamborghini look, super aggressive. It's got all this aerodynamics all over it. It's a very beautiful, classic supercar look, and it's just what everybody expects out of a supercar. I won't really bore you too much more with the facts about the car. Instead, I will jump into it and I will drive it around the Nordschleifer. So right now, I'm just familiarizing myself with this car for a couple laps. I'm going to learn how it drives, steers, brakes, how fast it is, and overall how aerodynamic it is around here, and just to see how far I can push this car. Now, I don't claim to be a professional at driving this course by any means. It's a very difficult course. It's very long, very challenging, and unforgiving for sure, and it's a very fast course too. So I have a lot of respect to people that know how to drive this course like the back of their hands. Alright, here we go. We're starting the lap. I probably will not talk very much during this. It's a very hard course, so I'm going to have to concentrate. I'll pop in with little tidbits whenever I can, but concentration is key here. Because one little mess up and you are in the wall, and that does not make a good day for an expensive car, that's for sure. This car is definitely a little tail happy. Every corner I'm turning, it really wants to kick that back end out, which is not a bad thing. It's a fun car, it means. This corner up here is a fast corner. Gotta be careful if you don't have a high downforce car around here, because you will hit that wall and you will go into it pretty fast, because it is such a fast corner. And that fast corner leads into an even faster section, where we'll come to hard braking into a left that we follow until we take this right. Brake now. And then power on the way out into another long-ish straightaway. This course really carries a lot of speed into a lot of these corners, as you'll notice throughout the course. We'll let off the gas, hit the brakes up the hill. Braking uphill is a lot easier than braking downhill, as you might assume. So as you can see, pretty long, fast straightaways into some pretty tight sections. And that's not the tightest section of the course. I'll let you know when we're at the tightest section or the slowest section of the course. will say though, although this is a complex course, it is one of the most rewarding courses to drive. It just feels really good to get it right. Not saying that I am, but when it does happen, and you know when it happens, you carry a lot of speed through these corners, and it increases your lap time by so much, and it makes you feel like a good driver. Now we're coming up to one of the slowest corners, or the slowest corner, I should say. And it's followed by a pretty similarly slow corner. Hard braking up this hill. And then right back on the throttle, as with most corners in this course, and as you'll notice. Yep, it's a very, very tail-happy car. Makes it a nightmare to control around a course with a lot of walls. Let's see, and this is the section where you have to be the bravest. You carry a lot of speed through this section. Up, we're coming to one of the most famous corners of this track, the carousel, the first carousel, and it's the big one. Can't take this part on some cars, but it's very fun, and I messed it up, but that's okay. We still got on the power pretty early there, so it's not a huge mistake. It's a very fast corner here. As you can see, there's a lot of wheel work that goes into driving this car. That 740 horsepower really wants to turn you around. You really got to fight it. And it's not that you feel out of control while you're driving this car. I feel like I have complete control, of the rear end, but it just really wants to kick it out. And I know I've said it quite a few times, but it is a scary. I could not imagine driving this car around here in the real world. I would be mortified. It is very. Yeah, it just really doesn't like it. As this is kind of a long lap, I may cut up some sections to make it shorter, but here's the second carousel. Now it's a pretty cool track because they let tourists go on here. And I don't specifically know exactly where it's located, but it's pretty cool. They have tourist days for this track. And here we come onto the back straight where you'll carry the most speed. And the corners up here get pretty sketchy, but you always keep your foot pinned. Let's see if we can hit 200 miles an hour on this back straight. I think we can. We'll easily do that. Shoot up into 7th. Long left-hander. 200. There we go, 200. And then we got some braking to do to prepare for the final corners. Here we go, the final corner. What's our lap time? 7:29.412. Now I don't know exactly what the actual time, or if there is an actual time that this car set around this track, but if there is, I'll put it up somewhere on the screen, probably right above my lap time, just so you can get kind of a comparison of how fast someone who has no idea what they're doing around this track can drive this car. It is a purely fast car and very rewarding to drive, especially when you get it right. So that was the Lamborghini Aventador SV in Assetto Corsa. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. We're going to be releasing more stuff like this in the future, as well as car vlogs and car reviews and possibly some other type of stuff. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, and leave us a comment and let us know what you want us to do in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, drive safely.